Hi, welcome back to our journey through the Major Arcana. This week's card is the Moon card. It's card number 18. And the general meaning of this card is it's time to follow your intuition rather than your logic. It's time to navigate that path that may not be leading straight forward, but the path you need to walk in order to get to where you need to be on your journey. So some of the symbolism that is in this card is the moon. And the moon reflects the sun. It doesn't give its own light, but it reflects the sun. Also in this card, you'll notice the two animals down here. One is a wolf and the other one is a dog, representing a domestic versus the wild. In this card, you'll notice that these dewdrops seem to be falling from the moon. And those represent divine inspiration and spiritual insight. This little crayfish or lobster right there is crawling out of the water, and it represents fears and anxieties that you or your sitter might be experiencing. And then you'll notice these two towers here, and these represent the conscious and the unconscious worlds. And you'll see this path leading to the mountain behind. And that represents a winding path, that the path that you need to walk is not a straight path, it's a winding path. It's about the journey, not the destination. Also in this card, the moon itself is a feminine energy. So let's take a look at how this card is represented in other decks. This is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. And here's how the moon comes through. And she's got the dog and the moon behind her. And the words on the card are dreams, intuition, shadow. And she has the blue or the purple, often representative of intuition itself. It's a very intuitive color, and the green of the heart chakra. And we'll take a look at our next deck is the Dark Mansion by Tarot Tech. And here's how the moon comes through. So what I like about this card is that her face itself is very moon-like, rather than a moon behind her. She is the moon. And she's holding the river, she's holding a path. Sometimes this comes through as she's holding a blindfold and she is unsure of the direction she's going or where the path leads. She has her dog here. The dog's looking up at her, or actually looking forward at us. There is another small animal in the background. Okay, and our next deck we're going to look at is the Curious Creatures deck by Chris Ann. And here's how her moon comes through. Again, we have the werewolf here. We've got a little crab to signify the sea life of a crayfish or a lobster. And then we have a second animal in the background howling at the moon. And she's wearing the white dress. White is often purity. It's also often innocence. And our next deck we're going to look at is the Mystical Moments by Katrin Wildstein. And here's how the moon comes through. We have the dog again and the large moon, but her back is to us. In all of the other cards, they're facing forward. So she has her back to us, and then the sea creature in this is the octopus wood. And she is looking out for answers for the moon to tell her what the answer she's looking for. Not necessarily a path on this, But that's what I like about the different artists and the interpretation of the cards. They take the inspiration of the original card and how it comes through for them, so that you can then read the card differently and get different meanings out of the same symbolism and representation of the different main figures. And also interesting here, where the previous card was very white, she's in a black gown. And our final card today is another Chris-Anne deck. It's the Lightseers Tarot. And here's how this card comes through. So up on the top of the surface, we have the moon, we have the two dog-like animals, and she's underwater, so she maybe is feeling like she's underwater in life, but she sees the rays of the moon to guide her to where she needs to be if she follows the path that the moon is lighting before her and trusts in it. So that's it for today for the moon. Next week's card is the sun, and we will see you next week.